Oh my God, you guys. Crazy episode. This episode, Donna gets into this argument where they end up agreeing to disagree. Taylor chooses to trust Ridge after seeing Ridge and Brooke together. Brooke is trying to get Ridge to come clean, and Thomas make a stunning confession. Welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS Soaps, both the young and the restless, and the bold and the beautiful. This is your bold and the beautiful recap for October 11th. And without any further ado, let's jump into this drama. So we're back in beautiful Aspen, and Brooke wants to know, why in the world would you come up there and make promises to Taylor? Now, Brooke also tells him that she is refusing to give up on them and their marriage. Now, while they're outside going back and forth, unbeknownst to Taylor and Steffi, inside the house, Taylor's head is spinning right now, is what she tells Steffi. It's a lot to take in, but Steffi is gushing, saying, you and Dad are back together. It actually happened. It was meant to be. Well, Taylor isn't so sure, but it happened. Now, Steffi tells her mom, you deserve it. You really do. And she looks out the window and, oh my God. And of course, Taylor's like, what's going on? Brooke. Now, Taylor, you know this had to happen at some point, but I know she's not ready to hear that. Now, back in LA at the Forrester Mansion, Thomas is over the moon excited because he thinks this is the best day ever now that his parents are back together. Now, Eric asked, are you sure? And Donna was like, yeah, it's at my sister's expense, though. Now, Thomas was like, your sister caused us a lot of heartbreak, and Brooke is just going to have to deal with it this time. Your sister and my dad is over. Now, back in Aspen, Taylor stops Steffi from going outside to interfere because she wants to see how Ridge handles this after asking her to trust him. And I totally agree with that. If you want to see how somebody moves in a situation, you got to stand back and watch it from afar and see how it unfolds. Outside, Brooke is asking Ridge if she's done anything to upset him. And then he has this whole flashback of hearing the CPS call as she's pleading with him to just tell her what's going on. And he is just radio silent. I'm like, Ridge, come on. The girl at least deserves an explanation, Ridge. So now back in LA at the Forrester Mansion, Eric suggests, maybe we need to change the subject before things get out of hand. Now, Thomas kind of reassured Granddad that, I understand Donna's going to always defend her sister. Donna was like, Brooke ain't going to stand by and let this happen. Thomas actually agreed with her and says, yeah, because she wants him most when he's with somebody else. Now, Eric understands why Thomas is happy about his parents. He's fond of Brooke. He's fond of Taylor, too. Now, Donna is sure Brooke is in Aspen as they speak. Thomas was like, she shouldn't be. Now, Eric goes on that they shouldn't be interfering at all. Now, Thomas is arguing that's exactly what Brooke is doing. Donna reminds him Ridge is still married to her sister, and she feels that it would never be over between them. They get into it over whatever, whenever, or not, and Brooke has always owned up to her past mistakes, and then while they're going back and forth, Steffi calls. Now, Thomas picks up the phone and lets her know that I'm not alone. I got Granddad and Donna in the background and put her on speaker. Now, Eric asks Steffi, how things in Aspen going? Steffi is complaining that Brooke showed up and wants to know how she even knew they were there. Donna stepped in and I told her. And so, of course, Steffi rolled her eyes over at Donna helping her sister and complains that her dad was there because he wanted to see her mom. My father's days with Brooke are over. Well, Donna came back maybe not. And she warned Steffi and Thomas never to count out Brooke and Ridge's love for each other. So back in Aspen, Brooke is complaining that Ridge got on a plane without even telling her. And she went on that Taylor, Steffi, Thomas have been trying to break them up for months and have worn him down at this point. And whatever promises he made, she sees how he looks at her instead and know that he still loves her. Brooke wants to know that if it's about Bill or Deacon or what's going on. They need to just go home. Let's just work through this. And Ridge grunted that they're not going to work through anything. And he even alluded to the fact of it's being complicated. And she demanded to know, of course, what brought him to this point. Back in LA at the Forrester Mansion, Thomas is like, look, Brooke's desperate attempt to keep his parents apart is not going to work. Donna was like, it's not desperation, it's love. And then Thomas is grumping about her always betraying him. Eric jumps in to say Ridge always forgives Brooke. Thomas complained that there are just too many things that my dad had to forgive, and he deserved to be with someone like his mom. Now, Brooke just brings him chaos, and with my mom, he has peace. Donna says, well, me and Eric still believe that Brooke and Ridge are going to be fine. Now, Eric thinks Steffi and Taylor might be learning that you can't count out Brooke and Ridge love for each other. Now, back at the Aspen house, Taylor and Steffi are going back and forth over whether or not to interrupt Brooke and Ridge. Steffi decides, you know what, Mom, you're right. Ridge made the decision to be with you, and whatever Brooke tries to do, it's not going to work. So back outside the Aspen house, Ridge tells Brooke, this is where I need to be with Taylor. And Brooke was like, no, you need to be home with me so we can work through whatever is going on. Brooke says, obviously I've done something, which is the reason why you're even here in the first place. You know what? You don't even need to tell me. Just let's get on the plane and we can go home. We can get through anything. I believe that. Tell me you believe that too, Ridge. He's just looking at her like nothing. Now, back over at the Forrester Mansion, Thomas declares that Brooke hold over Ridge ends today, which is why he is even in Aspen committing to a future with his mom. Donna argues that the true love of Ridge's life is and it will always be my sister Brooke. Now, of course, pissed, she asked Eric, you know what, I need to leave. Let's go for a ride. I need to get the heck out of here. So back at the Aspen house, Steffi and Taylor are joking about locking Brooke in a gondola. Sounds like a deja vu moment from a decade ago. Now, Taylor wants to believe Ridge, especially since he chased her all over that mountain to convince her that he's changed. Steffi insists that Dad wants a life with Mom. And, you know, you're everything to Dad. And you're everything he deserves. It's not Brooke. It's you, Mom. It's never been Brooke. Now, back outside, Brooke is still reminding Ridge about the challenges they've overcome in the past, and thanks to their love, which helped them get through that past too. You're my husband, and you're going to come home with me. And she knows that there's something that he's not saying, and just wish he had just come out and say it. Now, Ridge can't understand why she's even doing this, pretending she don't know what this is about. Brooke is lost and asks, what did you think I actually did? And then Ridge is flashing back to that CPS call. Now, finally, we're over at the Forrester Mansion. Thomas makes a revelation talking to himself. Calling Child Protective Services on your husband's son? Something Ridge Forrester would never forgive you. Only it wasn't you. It was me. He played it back to him in Brooke's voice on the voice changing app on that phone. Oh my God. So we got the revelation. And yeah, this could blow. If this ever comes out, his world is over with his family, with Hope, his son, everybody. And of course, possibly Ridge going back to Brooke. So I don't know if he think this through, because the truth and the secrets always come out. Okay, so there you have it, your bold and the beautiful recap for Tuesday, October 11th, 2022. Stay tuned for the Young and the Restless recap also for today. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you soon. Bye.